Have you ever felt the pressure of competition? Come explore that and more as we fly into the next episode of Carnival of the Animals with the Aviary. I'm Melanie Grube with Creative Magic, and around here we're all about all things art, that deep part of us that wants to sing out. So come on, step into the Magic Circle Studios, home of the all-powerful Muse, and now your home. Hey, today we are going over the 10th illustration in the Carnival of the Animals series. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. This one is called The Aviary. Oh, what's that? Well, I'll tell you what that is. Let's check in the Dictionary of Melanie right here. Aha, there we go. Aviary, a noun, meaning a person, place, or thing. This one being a place. An awesome wonder place with color, song, and feathers filling the air, all issuing from a collection of vibrant birds. Aww, I am going to so enjoy this. I hope you are too. Okay, thank you, Dictionary of Melanie. So, before we look at the illustration though, let's catch up with our little side story. Now, if you remember, I made up this story. It doesn't go with the music at all. It's just a story I made up, but it plays well with the illustrations. So, let's check it out. Did I give you a little quick catch up? And be listening for those few extra bits that I throw in. Yeah, as I go along, I realize the story needs other parts, so we gotta set them up here. Here we go. Okay, picture this artist lady. We'll call her Artistica. Artistica is bent over her drafting table in her studio, frantically working away, crumpled paper thrown behind her. Who am I? And this is the Royal March of the Lion. That's what illustration goes with this. And you can go back and watch those videos to catch up with all this. But she has to stop. It's time to help her son with his homework. He says, I'm not going to do this. I'm not good at math. What? She says, you can't say that. Why not? Because you make what you create. And that means you make happen in real life what you create with your thoughts and words. So he's cool with that and goes on with things. And then she goes back to her art and she's working away and beep, beep, beep. Timer goes off. Time to make dinner. Hello, honey, I'm home. He gives her a kiss. That's great. They have dinner, then back to her artwork, Lola. But still, who am I? She asks. Well, she has a little sense and she goes and joins a professional illustration group. And in there she asks, do you know where my voice is? And of course they can't tell her, but she gets a critique from a wonderful mentor who says, do what you love. That's the Hens and Roosters illustration. So Artistica is illustrating away happily, and she starts following a website that gives weekly prompts for her to make pictures with. And so she starts illustrating along with a whole herd of would-be illustrators and uploading it to the website. That's our Wild Donkeys illustration. And then she's galloping along merrily and she runs into a great idea. Carnival of the Animals. Why don't I illustrate that? And so she says, well, I don't know if I can, but you really should. I don't know. And she goes about like that. And that is the tortoise. Very slow in making progress here. Then she discovers a book on how the powerhouse of social media works. That's her elephant. She has it. She will blog and blog about the illustration for this project. That takes us into Act 2. And, that was the elephant, by the way. Sorry, that last one. Okay, and then Act 2, crazy online world, online interacting, and the Artistica meets new friends, and they help her take great leaps with learning the industry. These are powerful social media movers and shakers. She doesn't know them in real life, but by reading what they have to say, she learns all this stuff, and they become her kangaroos. That's the illustration with kangaroos. Okay, crazy fun she's having. New and strange world, but oh, this is so much to take in. There's psyches of new people and new media and new rules and her own psyche that she goes deep into as she experiences her deep self through her illustration. As she observes on the online world, they observe her, and that's the aquarium. Okay, then along comes a well-meaning teacher from her past. Offers suggestions and critique. Wait a minute, she says. I don't like this, so she ignores it. But wait, you can't just ignore something. So the long-eared personages was the illustration for the critic. But now comes the real critic, her own inner critic. This is much worse because the inner critic knows her deepest fears, and it plays upon her feeling like she'll never live up to this high ideal of being a working artist. And so she retreats into isolation, and that was the cuckoo from last week. Oh, but there's more. Lovable hubby gets very sick. He can't earn enough money to support the family anymore. Artistica must start earning money. She decides, I have to do something. I'll enter this big contest for art, for illustration. She knows that the winner will get a major gallery exhibition and a contract with a big publishing house and mucho money. This would be really good to do. So Artistica works so hard, but she neglects poor son. And she gets stressed, throws out papers, and she argues with her hubby. But she completes her work, she arranges her portfolio, and she enters the competition hall and displays her portfolio and her work. Oh, and the hall is huge and filled with the sounds of artists and gallery owners and big executives and media and art directors all talking and laughing and... Wait a minute, she doesn't know anybody here. Artistica is silent. So she goes around and she looks at everyone else's work and what? This is completely different from her work. She's not a real artist. Oh. So she waits as the judges approach the microphone to make the announcement of the winners. She thinks, if I don't win, I'll have to give up my art and get a job. So she waits with her ears wide open, but her name is not among the winners. She walks home with her head down and dragging her portfolio on the ground behind her, because all losers have to walk home. That's the law. And as she opens the door of her house, she hears a life insurance agent talking to her husband, and he says to her husband, why would you try to insure your wife? She doesn't make any money. She's of no value. Oh, hey, she says. Now all is lost. Her child is angry, her husband is sick, and she's going to have to give up her art and get a job. All of a sudden, a fly dies midair and lands on her portfolio. Things are not looking good. And the story pauses here. You'll have to wait till the next episode, to see what happens next. But all is not bad. Let's have a good time and look at the illustration for this week, the aviary. And this illustration really goes along with that huge gallery of people, or that huge exhibition hall of people, and all the laughing and talking and action happening there. Okay, let's take a look. The aviary. it's your turn, Artlings. Tell me in the comments below, have you ever been in a competition? What did it feel like? Or have you felt competitive with someone before? And now I have a shout out to all the teens, tweens, and twenders who are watching. Twenders are the tween unders, under tween age. Yeah, okay. You guys, I feel awesome hearing from you and hearing about you, and you make me want to be better. So keep watching, and remember, you're dazzling. All right, now next week is Thanksgiving week, and I will not be posting. So sorry, it's just a little too much for me to handle it all. But I'll be back the week after, and we'll continue with our Wednesday and Friday uploads. And, oh, thank you, Artlings, for joining me today and spending some time with me. I just so enjoy meeting you like this. And remember, don't be afraid to spill a little paint or a little ink or a few pixels. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, Ben.
Hey!
You know, I heard a saying, a bird in hand is worth two in a tree.
Yeah!